Hey everyone, it's Eric. I know it's the weekend and this isn't actually an episode, but I wanted to catch you before next week because our last 2 registration events for ADHD reWired's spring season of our award-winning intensive coaching and accountability groups are on Wednesday, March 16th at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, and Thursday, March 17th at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern. I wanted to catch you this weekend because we need your pre-registration submissions 48 hours ahead of each event, so we have time to process it and to send you your actual invitation. Your first step is to go to coachingrewired.com and click on that button near the top of the page and add your name to our interest list. Then confirm your email address. Once you do, we'll send you instructions and links for you to watch the 35-minute video all about our groups. There is a quiz for you to take while you're watching the video. Once you watch the video and submit your quiz, you'll need to send us a 45-second video answering the questions that will be in the email you receive. After we receive your quiz and video, if it all looks good to us, we'll send you an email to RSVP. You'll even be able to complete a payment contingent contract prior to coming to the event, which will allow you to duck out of the registration event a bit early. Spring sessions start April 13th, 2022. These are an intense 10 weeks, and it's a fairly big commitment. So if you're looking for the ADHD bootcamp with a thriving community to get continued support after your season ends, join us. Still not sure? Go to coachingrewired.com to get started, and while you're going there, listen to what our members said at the end of their group.
I joined this group, honestly, because of a distracted Google search.
I joined the group because I decided it was time to bring my ADHD out of the closet.
I joined this group because I needed a supportive environment and accountability to tackle my goals.
I joined this group because I am a graduate student and I was having trouble getting anything done.
I came into group a really tough cookie. I think I was skeptical and cynical and did not believe in things like you can do hard things.
I joined the group because I was diagnosed about 20 years ago.
Before this group, I was busy but not efficient.
I joined this group because I was exhausted trying to do everything myself. And I knew I needed community and a group to journey with in my struggles.
I joined the group for all the tricks of how to plan, and they work.
Before this group, I was getting somewhat resigned to a confused, hard to figure out, hard to start life, where I was loved and gave love, but was still believing I was incomplete, not done.
Before this group, I doubted my ability to grow.
Well, I was hungry for new strategies and ways to manage the chaotic world of ADD with people who understood.
Connection and support are everything. There's nothing like having a group of people where it's safe to talk about your struggles, to share the things that are hardest, to not be judged for those things, and to actually be embraced and helped for that.
It's so nice to be part of a group of people who get it, who we don't have to apologize for our being. You guys get it.
I discovered hope and the possibility of change around things that I was convinced were immovable.
Increasing my time awareness without being stressed is such a big win for me.
You know, a lot of this class has been about courage in so many different ways and on so many different levels.
I have few friends and I can't open very easy. And here I discovered, oh, so with my people I can do it. Oh, how good it is. And it is very good. It's liberating. It's like a rock taken from my back.
I discovered the value in tracking tasks.
I think with this group, I learned that I have a lot of things on my to-do lists. I've learned to say no a little more often, and that doing less is really what I need to be doing.
What I learned in the course of this group is that change comes much more fluidly with less resistance and more acceptance of self.
I don't know how much experience people in the group have with like group coaching, but this is just like in such another universe of quality. It's just really unparalleled. I've never experienced anything like this.
A win, I think, would be learning the value of goal making, even at my age, And I am doing so many things every single day that I wanted to do and never got done.
Yeah, like learning to plan. Planning was probably my biggest thing, and the importance of, daily planning and thinking that through, whether it's the night before, the day or the morning of, and then also yearly planning and how much that's going to affect me in the future.
And I learned that it's really good to offload stuff. It's really good to say no to stuff.
So one of my big wins was I've always wanted to set up my self-hosted website, and I've told myself a couple of hundred negative messages about how I can't do it, even though I can do it, and I did it. I'm really excited. I've been writing for 10 days in a row, so that's been a huge win, and it's only because of these groups inspiring me to do my best.
I believe in accountability, and I believe in the work that's done within groups.
Things that I've learned is scheduling, not over-scheduling, time management, and how to plan for the future.
I realized in this group that my husband and I of 30 years had not talked about our future or our plans, and we actually sat down and did that. That's a big deal.
This is the first thing that I have endeavored in that's actually brought me success.
My biggest takeaways are a commitment to more self-care, as evidenced by my creating a wind-down routine at the end of the day. Self-care is self-forgiveness, and self-forgiveness is freedom. Here I am, and this is what I got. And I have the stories, they don't have me.
I learned a tremendous amount from each of you. I discovered gratitude and embracing it.
There was something amazingly special about growing with a group of people who all had similar struggles as I did. It was encouraging, it was safe, it was inspiring, and above all, it was healing.
It's nice to have a place where people can get together and chat about these things.
In this group, I learned that I can be very open and vulnerable with strangers. At the beginning, you were strangers. I didn't know any of you. I am an introvert.
You realize that trying to find better tools isn't really just the only solution. It's finding a community, finding people, and finding support, and learning how to ask for help and learning how to give help better. I think that really helps make a difference.
It's so good to feel in a group with people that share the same problems, the same troubles.
I think that I've made strides that would have taken me 10 years, if not more, if I weren't in this group.
I don't feel like I'm a failure anymore. I've gotten more done in the last 10 weeks than I had done in the previous 3 or 4 years.
Everyone in the group who's talked about their issue, we all then become invested in wanting to see them grow, and by proxy, wanting to see ourselves grow.
It's the instant support, encouragement, validation, connection, and camaraderie from people who just get it.
My biggest takeaways were that I had a lot of negative feelings surrounding my ADHD diagnosis. I had an idea about it, but really didn't know how deep it went.
If you guys are my mirrors, I can see myself in all of you, and we're all beautiful works in progress.
They just taught me to be compassionate with myself and to say, hey, this is a process.
To find so many like-minded people who understand the struggle and are on their own journeys to work through it has been so different from anything I've had before.
And now I'm inspired about working again in groups, particularly groups that have ADHD or have some challenges. And so I can spend more time in my purpose, which is being a contribution.
My goal now, having gone through and learned all that we've learned, and that it's to do less and to live more. There's no greater takeaway.
This group is like an iceberg. The surface level benefits are obvious: increasing productivity, managing time blindness, learning how to plan effectively based on your values and personal goals. But that's only the tip of the iceberg. What lies underneath is so much more amazing and massive and powerful.
It all has helped me be more comfortable with who I am.
It really is everything that I hoped for in terms of finding people who understand what ADHD is, finding people who see that in you and don't see that as a negative thing, and a community of people who see that in you and support you.
What I've accomplished in 10 weeks, I didn't do it alone. I did it with all of you. I did it with my A team. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done, but it is the results so far for me have been really positive in the sense that I do believe that I can live without fear.
It's the power, acceptance, wisdom, and beauty of this community. And I will be forever grateful to everyone in this group for the opportunity to learn, share, and grow together.
So many times in my life, I really didn't know what I was getting myself into. Only this time I'm grateful.
The group has been a life-changing experience for me.
And I just want to thank everybody for being here because it's so powerful to just listen and be with everybody else.
If you are thinking about joining this group, I'd highly encourage it.
If you're thinking about joining, please do. Please do.
So if you're thinking about doing this group, go for it. This is the place, if you have ADHD, to be.
We're looking forward to growing with you. The website again is coachingrewired.com.